the chest. Call me blind, but I didn't see it coming. Everybody was running, but I couldn't hear nothing except gun blast. It happened so fast, I didn't really know this kid, though I survived in class. Maybe this kid was reaching out for love, or maybe for a moment he forgot who he was, or maybe this kid just wanted to be hugged. Whatever it was, I know it's because we are the youth of the nation. We are youth of the nation. We are the youth of the nation. We are youth of the nation. Little Susie, she was only 12. She was given the world with every chance to excel. Hang with the boys and hear the stories they tell. She might act kinda proud but no respect for herself. She finds love in all the wrong places, the same situations, just different faces. Change up her pace since her daddy left her. Too bad he never told her she deserved much better. Johnny boy always played the fool. He broke all the rules so you would think he was cool. He was never really one of the guys, no matter how hard he tried, up the thought of suicide. It's kind of hard when you ain't got no friends. He put his life to an end, they might remember him then. You cross the line and there's no turning back. Told the world how he felt with the sound of a gat. We are the youth of the nation. We are youth of the nation. We are the youth of the nation. We are youth of the nation. Who's to blame for the life the tragedies claim? No matter what you say, it don't take away the pain that I feel inside. I'm tired of all the lies, don't nobody know why. It's the blind leading the blind. Guess that's the way that the story goes. Will it ever make sense? Somebody's gotta know. There's gotta be more to life than this. There's gotta be more to everything I thought exists.
We are the youth of the nation. We are youth of the nation. We are the youth of the nation. We are youth of the nation. We are youth of the nation. Youth of the
Wow, hard-hitting song, well sung, well sung. Even the school kids were part of it, it seems, at the end. Wow, P.O.D, Youth of the Nation. What are your preliminary thoughts on this song? Your first time listening to P.O.D and this song, Youth of the Nation.
Well, sometimes, for artists to make themselves big, they should really focus on making songs that resonate with the public and actually make a difference, you see. Sometimes songs cannot only just be a means of entertainment, sometimes it can be a means of protest, activism, and basically informing the common public to make change. And this is one song really that makes the public know how America's issues with its youth. We got one story of someone who went to take a test but they took 2 to the chest. We got Susie here whose father has passed away probably, and now she's basically gone in the wrong places. And then we got another kid over here who probably is committing suicide. That's what it is, and so it's a really impactful song, really.
Starts off with the principal character itself talking about his life.
Yeah.
Last day of the rest of my life, I wish I would have known because I didn't kiss my mama goodbye.
Yeah.
I didn't tell her that I loved her, how much I care, or thank my pops for all the talks and all the wisdom he shared. Unaware, I just did what I'd always do every day, the same routine before I skate off to school. But who knew that this day wasn't like the rest? Instead of taking a test, I took two to the chest. So first of all,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
about this character who we didn't
Yeah,
know it
yeah.
was his last day. Very rarely do we actually know
Yeah.
it's our last day, especially when you die much before your time.
Yeah.
And with school shootings, often with the kids and even the young teachers who die in them, they
Yeah,
don't know it's going to be their last day when they wake up in the morning and
Yeah.
get dressed and go to school. So this is a very pertinent song about. There's so many. There have been dozens, if not hundreds, of shootings and school shootings or around the school shootings in America and some other countries as well. And this is a common thing, and it's surprising that there are not more songs made on this topic. This is one of the rare songs I've actually heard talking about this topic. So it's very strong song talking about three characters mainly, and wow, definitely each character hits you hard. You know then this chorus. Wow, what do you have to say about the chorus?
The chorus was really impactful, really saying we are the youth of the nation, and it was as if children were actually singing it.
They were,
Really?
they were actually towards the end, animated. So yeah, what about the singer, the music? Anything you'd like to share about that?
Well, the singer is a very good voice, but really the music is what hit it out of the ballpark, really, especially the drumming that came in the chorus. The drumming was very good, really, very strong. It added a extra dimension to the song lyrics, really.
Okay.
It's not only the vocals, and actually, even if his vocals were not there, it was all about the sound of the children and the drumming, really. That's what gave the song the extra impact to it.
What are your thoughts on these kind of crimes, these school shootings that happen? We often hear them in shows, TV shows, talked
Yeah.
about in movies. Also, read about them on the
Yeah,
news.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on this thing, school shootings? What do you think can be done to prevent it possibly? If you, as a school kid yourself who just completed school actually, and almost in college, what are your thoughts on all this?
Well, there's not much that can be done, really. The biggest issue is that most of these take place in America, and coincidentally, most of the people who do these shootings are mentally deranged. You may say you could ban weapons, but it seems that countries in where guns are banned, people seem to get guns to shoot as much as they want. Really, it's about how, some of the youth over here also are bad, like Susie's and get those shady people who might do school shootings. Then last boy might have committed suicide. He also was, a school stuff. The issue is that people are not mentally sound. Like there's very poor healthcare. Maybe there's very poor psychological help or medicine available for people who got mental issues, really. Or maybe it's a systematic issue, really, in these countries where all these school shootings happen. And of course, you could say giving these people guns is obviously going to snowball the effect and make it even more ghastly. Turning a snowball into a napalm bomb.
Why do you think children are targeted? We hear about so many school shootings. I don't know if it's still as common as it was a few years ago. But why do you think it's such a common crime? Why do you think children are targeted?
Maybe it's because someone just wants a thrill of just sending some. Basically, they want to get the thrill that they took some lives in their own life. That's all. So they think they want to take the easiest choice because obviously if they try their luck elsewhere, so maybe just go to school because there's plenty of. Maybe to them they don't care really, but for them it's just trophies. Maybe they just want a record that says they've gone to jail for this, and they just want to go out to the bank. Basically, most of these people are crazy, and you can't say much. But I probably think they do so because probably it's the easiest to shoot at, and children do not really know what to do. They do not want to try the same with adults because who knows, they could get shot back, or maybe the police will come a lot faster on them. So I suppose they only go to schools because they have lots of children packed in and nowhere to escape and no security. There's very few adults to actually nab the shooter. So it's
So
basically
they are like easy targets.
basically they want to exploit their vulnerability. They just want to get a thrill to kill. They don't really care what they kill. They just want to kill.
Johnny Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Little Susie, Johnny Boy, and then the main character. Let's read a bit before we end this. What is it about Johnny Boy? Was he actually the shooter? I felt like Johnny Boy always played the
Yes.
fool. He broke all the rules, so he would think he was cool. He was never really one of the guys, no matter how hard he tried. Often thought of suicide. It's kind of hard when you ain't got no friends. He put his life to an end. They might remember him then.
Yeah.
You cross the line and there's no turning back. Told the world how he felt with the sound of a gat. So it seems like Johnny Boy is actually the shooter. One of the school kids in this case is actually the shooter.
Well, it's not actually
Yeah,
that.
it seems that way to me when I read this, that Johnny Boy is actually the guy who committed suicide and also killed
yes.
other kids at the same
Well,
time.
it's not exactly that. When they're showing this, they're saying this is not only at school, it's also at youth. And like Susie's also there was basically wasted her life as his father's gone. She got everything, but now he's hanging out all the cool guys like Johnny over here who's not committing suicide. Basically, show all the issues of youth. Like it's not just school shootings; it's also about youth getting in wrong places, youth trying to act cool, do all the gangster stuff, and then commit suicide when they just get overwhelmed. So we got over here without any help from anyone else. He decided to end his life. So that's what it is. It's not just the song is not only that I took two to the chest or take a test. Okay, it would be a funny rap song. It's not that. This is the youth of the nation. So they're called 3 issues, 3 stories. If it was only a school shootings, then they should just call it I took two to just for taking a test.
Okay. Yeah, so it's also about the youth of the
Yeah,
nation,
yeah.
not just the school children.
Yeah.
Maybe college kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So beautiful song, nevertheless, and very strong topic. Beautiful singing, strong lines,
Yes.
great drumming, as Max pointed out. Yeah, all in all, a very good song, to listen to. P.O.D. Youth of the Nation. That's it from us, requested by our patron Vivi. Goodbye.